What's good? Welcome into Titans Today. I'm Abby Alonzo. Got a couple different news pieces we're going to hit on today's show, starting off with Taylor Lewan's lawsuit. Yep, he's suing somebody for his ACL surgery. We'll get into that. Yeah, there's another new quarterback on the roster who just got added recently. And we'll take a look at some cut candidates across the NFL that could be added to the Titans wide receiver room. All this coming up, but before we do, make sure you hit that sub button. We're trying to grow the channel, trying to make sure you guys get as much Titans content as possible. But in order to do that, we have to get the numbers up. Hit the sub button and turn on your notifications so that you are notified anytime we post a video surrounding the Titans news, rumors, analysis. We'll keep you entertained and informed. Hit that sub button. Let's start the show off by talking about Taylor Lewan. He was such a big piece of the Titans franchise who got cut during the offseason, said that he didn't really pass the physical, which is ironic considering now he is suing entities and people involved in his ACL repair surgery, that ACL injury that took place in 2020. He had surgery just days later, and it's still been a problem throughout 2021, 2022. You saw him get carted off this past season. He's had enough. He said on Bussin With The Boys, his podcast, "I'm in an unfortunate circumstance where I've had to file a lawsuit against the people and entities that are involved with my surgery from October 2020. I wanted to take this opportunity on this podcast to let all of you know what's been going on with my life. Fans that have followed my career, seeing those years before the ACL surgery and then after the ACL surgery, kind of wondering what in the hell is happening with Lewan. A lot of times there are areas for vulnerability, and I really wanted to make sure that I was able to share this with you guys because since 2020, this has sucked." Look, he's got a point here. You watch Taylor, you know what Taylor Lewan is capable of. You saw him before the ACL injury, that he was this great offensive lineman, a huge part of the Titans O-line, got injured and then never really was the same. And there were always questions on what's the deal? Why can't he stay healthy? Well, this would make sense. If he believes that his ACL repair injury was botched, maybe he should sue the people involved because it really has affected his career for years now. I think he wants to play football again. I'm not really sure if he does play football again. He's got that podcast that has taken off. He's become a media personality. Looks like he's doing well. But if he does decide to play football again, where do you think he plays? Let me know down in the comment section. Drop a team name that you think Taylor Lewan would benefit. Let me know. Moving on. Yes. Didn't the Titans just go out and draft a quarterback? They did, but they added another one. Backup Hasan from USC has been added to the roster. How do we know this? Well, he kind of just tweeted it and said, "I'm a Titan, let's go." Came out of nowhere. He tweeted a picture of him in a Titans uniform as well. They get so crazy and creative on Twitter with the graphics, and I don't know if this is AI or whatever, but adding the Titans uniform to himself, and that's what it'll look like. His stats. Now, I got to be honest with you, he hasn't played much, and it's because he's been riddled by injuries for years and years and years. The probably best stats we can give you are 2019 against Missouri when he started. This was the only game he started for Vanderbilt. He started at Syracuse, went over to Coffeyville Community College, ended up at Vanderbilt for 2 years, and then went to USC. But in his one game he started for Vandy, he had a 63.6 completion percentage, 120 yards, and 1 touchdown. He ended up leaving this game with a season-ending concussion, which would be the first of many career injuries. They did end up winning, but left that game with a season-ending concussion. In 2020, got a leg injury that made him miss 4 games at Vanderbilt. The following year, in 2021, he had a knee injury that kept him out for, I believe, the entire season. And then he tore his Achilles in 2022, which allowed him to miss a bunch of games. So he is quite injury prone. If he can stay healthy, I think he might have a spot on the practice squad. Again, you've got Ryan Tannehill, Will Levis. Malik Willis is still on the roster. I don't know if he gets cut or traded or what the deal is, but for now he's still on the roster. So Hasan looks like he'll be a practice squad guy. Will he make the practice squad? That's the question. Can he stay healthy enough to maintain a spot on the practice squad? Let me know down in the comment section. Type Y for yes, type N for no, and we'll round out the show with some cut candidates that the Titans could be looking to add to the receiver room. Now, when I say cut candidates, I don't mean Titans cut candidates who they could cut. I'm sure there will be some guys that are cut from the Titans roster, but I'm talking about some guys that might be cut from other teams that could find themselves on the Titans roster. Sports Illustrated came up with a couple guys, and we know that receiver room needs some attention, right? And that's been a big talking point of, does it actually need attention? They said they didn't want to draft a receiver. They never planned to draft a receiver early in the rounds. That's why they went out and got Colton Dowell in the 7th round. They're in a good position. I got to be honest with you, I think they still need some help in that receiver room. And even Mike Vrabel said, look, after the draft, free agency kind of goes wild. People are going to get cut. We look to add some guys to our roster through free agency after the draft. And that's their plan. So who are some guys that could be cut from their current teams that could find themselves on the Titans roster? Here is a list from Sports Illustrated. You've got Anthony Schwartz, Jakeem Grant, and Jalen Darden, all from the Browns. Look, Schwartz would be a deep speed threat. Grant is great in the open field and as a returner, if that's what you're looking for. And Darden has good run after catch ability. All of these guys are on rosters that are kind of overflowing in the receiver room. So there are very good chances that some of these guys do get cut. And then you've got Keelan Cole and Philip Dorsett, and DeAndre Carter from the Raiders who, let's see, Cole is a quick veteran with experience in production. That's probably a name to look at considering you're looking for a vet to add to the Titans receiver room. And he's quick. He's got the experience, the production. That might be a name to keep an eye on. Dorsett has great speed. Carter is a slot guy. You're not really looking for a slot guy. You're hoping Kyle Phillips can do that. But again, these are all some interesting names to keep an eye on. Jamison Crowder and Sterling Shepard. 2 more that the Titans should be on the lookout for to get cut. Name a receiver you want the Titans to sign. I know in a previous video we talked about Corey Davis, still with the Jets, but the Jets have added more receivers, another wide receiver room that is overflowing a little bit. Could Corey Davis end up back in Tennessee if he does get cut by the Jets? Let me know who you want to end up in the Tennessee wide receiver room. Head down to the comment section. Feel free to elaborate or explain your decision. As always, we appreciate y'all for watching. We'll see y'all soon. Tighten up.